Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. First reviews are out. Let me see here. Let me bring up some Rotten Tomatoes here. All right, there we go. Actually, yeah, that's fine. So Rotten Tomatoes right now it's holding steady at a 79% with 170 reviews. That keeps going flip flopping between 79 and 80%. Let me see if I can move forward here, which is a little bit lower than I thought. I guess a part of me was really hoping this was going to be like another No Way Home, which it very easily could be.
Yeah.
But some of the here's some of the comments people are leaving. Some of the critics are leaving on Rotten Tomatoes. It says the strangest Marvel movie yet. That's from CNET. It's refreshingly cornball in a way that Marvel rarely is, but they should have added Sam Raimi is typically that way. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is unlike any Marvel movie you have ever seen. Definitely the most intense and scariest. And that's one thing I've heard a lot. I've heard that a lot, that Sam Raimi definitely delivers with making an MCU horror movie. So he definitely delivered with that.
I've seen people say that this movie is a Sam Raimi movie. And and there a lot of people are clarifying, and like when we say that, we're not talking about Spider-Man Sam Raimi. We're talking about Evil Dead Sam Raimi. Like this is Sam Raimi going back to his roots in terms of how this is made and how scary it is.
Yeah.
And like I've seen some reviews of people saying like, "Oh yeah, I always bring the family to Marvel films, not this one." And they're talking about like, I'm not going to let my kids watch this one.
Right. Okay. But hold on. But this is also like from the same people that have grown up with, Marvel movies being like, oh, fun, friendly, kid friendly, whatever. Ooh, Endgame, hide your eyes, kids. Like it's these are the same people that are doing that, which is actually great. It's great that people are saying like, oh, it's a great movie, but I won't take my kids to it. But back in the 90s and earlier, you do a movie like this, you have an entire fucking talk show dedicated to bashing that movie. What movie am I talking about specifically that dealt with this? Batman Returns. Batman Returns, man. It got slammed. An entire TV station dedicated an hour of show to how that movie was detrimental to kids' entertainment. And there was nothing more. That show was nothing but grooming. It was grooming children, and like when kids were talking on that news segment, you could tell they were just regurgitating what their parents told them. The movie was very scary. It wasn't for me. It had a lot of dark content. I had to see it twice just to make sure it was as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah, it's the same thing as like those people on Twitter who are like, my child today approached me and said something that they didn't fucking say at all.
Right. So
whatever gets your tweets, right?
Hey, if those types of complaints are being subdued to like, the Multiverse of Madness, well, maybe I won't take the kids to that one. That's okay. I'll take that. Another one of the reviews here says, lacking the humanity, the heart and soul of Marvel that works so well when balanced with humor and spectacle, but it's much better than the shallow fan service of Spider-Man No Way Home. Ouch. That's a damn. Who the hell? Rodrigo Perez from the playlist? What a dick. Like he's like, I'm just gonna say whatever I can to insult this movie and another one that everyone likes. All right. The best MCU multiverse movie remains Spider-Man No Way Home. Thank you. That tells us nothing about this one.
I'll wait until I see the Onions review.
Right. The most action, extravagant, messy, so over the top, crazy that it ceases to be amazing is business as usual in the Marvel world. Okay, well, so obviously there's some haters out there, but the haters that I'm reading, like what I'm reading here, does not sound like hating for like the right reason to hate. It sounds like this will get us clicks on our news outlet. That's why we're gonna hate this movie.
That's what it kind of sounds like too.
So, but I don't know. Okay, so Seth, you see this movie tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how this happened, So like I figured the movie was going to be sold out completely, and I was like, and time just kept going by, and I'm like, I've messed the time to get a ticket. Maybe I can go see it like early at 11 a.m. on Sunday or something.
Yeah,
I just happened to check out tickets for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness last night, and there was one golden seat at my theater tomorrow, and it's right in the fucking middle, exactly where I would buy a seat at normally. And it was just
really,
it was just one seat, and I'm like, oh
it's
man, fuck you guys and your buffer zone you thought you had. Like I am taking that buffer zone from that person to that person. I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna eat my popcorn loud, I'm gonna laugh and say, oh no, he didn't. No, I'm not gonna be that guy. But yeah, I'm excited now. I get to go see the movie.
I'm not gonna lie, and some people might dislike me for this, but when I go to a movie by myself, I buy the ticket to the left and to the right of me because I'm that guy. And then I'll sit there, look you in the eyes, and when you ask me, hey, is anyone sitting here? I'll look you in the eye and say, no. And then stare right back at the screen with a cold stare until the movie
everyone ends. Boo this man.
No, I'm gonna applaud.
No. Should we not boo him?
No, applaud him.
We should give him a cheers.
Okay. Yeah, cheers.
This is my time to watch a movie. None of you bastards are gonna take this from me.
Let the whole
I've
thing
been trying
play
to
too.
see a movie with you, dude, forever, and that's how it feels. Though it's so rare now to me to go see a movie, and with COVID and everything else, the last movie I got to see in theaters was Joker, and I did that exact
a while
same.
ago.
Yeah, that's the last movie I got to see in theaters. I've been waiting ever since. And before that, it was 1917, which I did the same things for. And that one I'm kind of happy that nobody was sitting next to me, because there was a couple parts that I laughed at that I don't think other people would enjoy unless they were in the military.
Monty, I love your demented sense of humor. Aaron White says, on a plus side, The Black Phone by Scott Derrickson, director of Doctor Strange 1, is at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes with 14 reviews so far. Black Phone looks really good.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen a trailer for that, Monty?
No, I've seen poster art for it and a couple recommendations from some movie channel review things that I follow, but that's it.
Yeah, good. Check it out. It's got, I think, 1 or 2 trailers out. It's got Ethan Hawke. It's a horror movie, and it's just, horror movies are becoming so boring.
Streamlined.
They're all set. Like, listen, I love James Wan, but like The Conjuring and all these movies that he was involved with all kind of feel one note to me. They don't really do me justice. But Black Phone looks really good. But like Malignant looks so different, Did
you watch it?
What, Malignant?
Yeah,
I loved it.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah, I loved it. I don't remember if I did a review for it or not. I can't remember, but Black Phone does look really, really good. It's and Ethan Hawke is doing very good at becoming a very villainous type of person in his elder age. He's doing a great job. Thank you, Aaron White, for bringing that up.
Man, thanks.
And it's some good knowledge. I didn't know Scott Derrickson was the one who did Doctor Strange 1. I didn't know that. So, I'm not a huge fan of Doctor Strange, the first one. So
I like that we're getting horror directors to do more comic book movies, because they always seem to be pretty decent. Like Scott Derrickson did Doctor Strange 1, and I know you just said you don't like it, but I actually really like that movie.
I don't mind it. It's just not my favorite.
James Wan doing Aquaman. You have, of course, Sam Raimi doing Doctor Strange 2. You have David F. Sandberg, who did a movie called Lights Out, I think it was called. He's doing the Shazam movies,
Did he do the first one?
What about Muschietti doing the Flash?
The Flash, that's another perfect example.
He did the It
shit!
movie.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's why I know we talked about this the other day with a Fantastic Four director coming in. Like, if they can get John Krasinski to be part of this franchise, that's another horror director you could bring in to be part of that fold, of horror directors doing comic book movies, because I think they're all a good fit. At least so far. Like, I think they all did pretty
especially
well.
Like good horror directors, like
right,
not to shit on Blumhouse Entertainment, but I mean, we all know their movies, and we all know how they end. We all know how they start. They're all exactly the fucking same. Every one of them, dude.
Yeah, I've never.
You probably have seen a couple of them. You just don't know it.
Blumhouse.
Name
I
a
know
shitty horror movie, they did it.
Blumhouse. I know Blumhouse. I just. Yeah,
Fantasy Island.
They don't really do it. They don't really do it for me.
And made it into a horror movie.
But yeah. Anyway, Black Phone looks like it's gonna be good. It just we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. It's as he says, it's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, but that's only with the 17% or 17 votes. But again, this Doctor Strange thing, it's not bad. I mean, I'm not saying the movie's doing bad at all. Like it's got 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty damn good.
Hell yeah, that's a C+.
You know, and the the reviews that we just read didn't seem terrible. They really just seemed like someone just trying to throw shade at Marvel just to get clicks. I don't know.
Or just Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi hasn't been a favorite among critics either. Like,
yeah,
in general, a lot of critics like to shit on Sam Raimi, and honestly, I think it just fuels him more.
Well, I think what's going to make or break this movie for me is if things that happen in this movie make sense. They're not just happening just because of fan service. No Way Home is dangerously close to that, if not over that. And but this movie has a lot of potential, not only to lead us into the next cinematic phase of the MCU, because right now the MCU just seems really discombobulated. But do it in a good storytelling way. And Sam Raimi can do that, but other times he's also known to rush through things. And that's like, I'm looking at Spider-Man 3, and the stuff that he was rushing through were the things that he did not want to bring to the table. It was things that he was told he had to bring to the table, specifically Venom. You know, he's like, I don't know anything about Venom. I don't need Venom in this movie, but they're like, no, we want you. Venom's in your movie. He's like, okay. And then they did it and Venom sucked. You know, dude, I'm hoping we don't get that with Doctor Strange.
I would love to rewatch the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans with you guys. There's like so many little parts in there that are oddly either really fucking beautiful or genuinely a little fucking scary. All right, let me bring up just two of these scenes real quick that are on those spectrums. All right, so there's when Sandman actually turns into Sandman. There's no dialogue whatsoever. It's just him.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally dialogue-less fucking storytelling where he's just trying to pick up his daughter's locket. It's one of my scenes.
I love that scene. I absolutely like. I love almost every scene he's in that.
There's
movie.
That scene, right? Mm-hmm. And then the horror one that I was talking about, the one that's like scary as shit for some reason, and it's when Doc Ock is on the surgery table.
Yep, I knew that.
And it just goes full fucking Evil Dead, dude. And it.
Yep.
Like straight up, even with chainsaw, he said, and he's like just trying to fucking kill this thing. That scene was amazing. I would see a Doc Ock horror movie if it was directed by Sam Raimi. Like, 100%.
I hate how much hate those movies get now. Like Spider-Man 3 is not great. I don't really like Spider-Man 3. That one, whatever. But like the first two, those are really good movies.
I don't think they get much hate, do they?
I mean, specifically ever since No Way Home came out, because there's like a lot of people who haven't watched those that are like only invested in the MCU, which is fine. But like they're watching No Way Home and they're just like, who's this old man who's Spider-Man? It's like don't talk to you.
Aaron White, Spider-Man 3 celebrating 15 years today. I will continue to sing the praise for the film. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate you bringing that up.
Yesterday,
so, like, sorry. No, I was just gonna say, like, after Spider-Man: No Way Home, it gave me an inspiration to do a Spider-Man review series where I reviewed all the Spider-Man movies, except for Far From Home. Actually, that's still on my phone, unedited. But I'll tell you what. When I went back and watched the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie after watching No Way Home. Yeah, you could see my reaction in my review, which came out like about a month and a half ago. Dude, I loved it. Now, I've never been a huge Sam Raimi Spider-Man fan. Oh, I never have. I thought it was okay, but I just thought I didn't like the look of Spider-Man. But I'll tell you what, knowing the future of that Spider-Man, how he's going to end up in the MCU and like how that he's going to be in the first, Spider-Verse live action sort of thing. every moment of that first movie, I'm just like, God, this is so cool.
I do.
That is hokey as shit, and that's because it's your own world, man.
Dude, how fucking cool was Green Goblin? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love Willem Dafoe's acting. He is an amazing actor. I've loved him ever since I saw him in fucking Platoon when I was like 13 years old. And seeing him, there's nothing I love more than seeing an amazing actor play a villain and just have fun with it. And he fucking does in there, man.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's amazing.
But the costume is what ruined it for me. Ruined. I think it's what ruined the original trilogy for me. Was I just did not like any of the costumes except for the black Spidey suit. I love the black Spidey suit costume, and I really enjoyed Franco. What's his name? James Franco's. Let me put it this way.
Hobgoblin.
Yes, the Hobgoblin. Like when he was Goblin. Was the only time I liked James Franco in any of those fucking movies. Go back and watch my review series. I every time James Franco shows up, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Dude, he's
shut up with your stupid dialogue. What the hell are you
all I have left is Spider-Man.
Right. Like,
he saved your life, dude. Don't be a dick.
I'll say this, and I'll say this, and hopefully there's nobody that disagrees. And if there is, then shame on you. Spider-Man 2 always has been, and always will be a masterpiece.
It's okay.
Yeah, man. I agree 100%.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, it's the best. It's the best live action Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you can see my review on it right now. It's like
no, I know. Shame on your review. I've never wanted to dislike a Film Trigger video so bad.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if you dislike it now. YouTube took that away.
No, actually, they didn't. I can still see all the dislikes.
Oh,
you guys can.
Yeah. I mean, I guess technically I could too. I think I have access to the account, but
oh, that's good. I'm glad you can go there and delete the channel. Appreciate that.
Comment, thumbs down.
There you go. Aaron White says Spider-Man 3 is the best, I guess. So shame on him.
You get a pass. You get a pass because you're.
Why does he get a pass, but not your dad? What the hell is your deal?
Because it's just a bad opinion. Like I know all film is subjective, but there's exceptions. This is objective. Spider-Man 2 is objectively the best live action Spider-Man movie, and Into the Spider-Verse is objectively the best Spider-Man movie in general.
Well, okay. I will put it this way. I told you I was going to make a new intro. I think you saying you hate that video, that Film Trigger video, I think is going to make it the intro. So, all right, let's move forward here, guys. Doctor Strange coming out. Let's just not leave off, but like before we move on, Seth, excitement for this movie, 1 to 10. Where do you land?
I'm going to give it a 9 right now.
God. Okay.
What?
I wasn't expecting 9, but that's like almost the most excited. Yeah.
I mean, it was a 10. The reviews have made it go down a little bit, but
all right.
Yeah, I'm still super excited. I'm excited to see it tomorrow.
Monty?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, 5 being the most, I would say 4.
Oh yeah,
4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Why so low?
Oh, that's technically high if 5's the most.
But how is it out of 10 then?
That's for me to know and for you to never know.
All right then.
All right. No, he's speaking.
No, I'm saying
you're welcome for the past, Aaron.
I would say an 8.
Monty was speaking in Seth-isms. Like didn't we say that last time when Seth wasn't here? We created a Seth character. Seth, you probably never even saw that live stream. We kept talking like we were Seth. You got to go back.
I have
and
a
watch
source.
Yeah.
He's very mysterious.
Yes.
I think
I am neither here nor
Doctor
there.
Strange,
I am everywhere.
Doing his little shit to like steal people's scripts before they're actually out there. My source just reaches into fucking Spielberg's little drawer and everything.
Yeah, he does the Doctor Strange shit. Yeah.
The unedited original R-rated ET.
The extraterrestrial. Fuck your home.
Fuck.